It's 9 o'clock. I'd like to call the May 17th, 2021 meeting of the Hillsborough County Building Board of Adjustments, Appeals, and Examiners to order. Please rise for the pledge and remain standing for the oath if you're planning on giving testimony. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Oh, Pledge of Allegiance.
Planning on giving any testimony today, please raise your right hand. Answer the following question. Do you promise or affirm that any testimony you'll give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, call the roll, please.
Sam Greenberg.
Here.
Mike McEnany.
Here.
Charles Foster.
Here.
Dan Greenberg.
Here.
Henry Mosley is absent with excuse. Jim Palavita.
Here.
Kathy Pratt.
Here.
Doug Shields.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a quorum. Everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
I haven't heard my name. Dan.
I don't know who that is. Board members, have you had a chance to review the minutes?
Yeah.
Yes. Motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. Foster and Palavita. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. Any unfinished business?
PETRE, Santa Rosa.
Okay, we're not up to you yet, sir. We'll get to you. We'll call your name.
Okay, sorry.
Please friendly reminder everyone, if you could mute your mics when you're not speaking, that'd be great. Thank you.
And also those that are not in the library here with us, if you're remote, you need to allow a second or so between us speaking or you speaking. It's kind of like a two-way walkie-talkie, and if not, we step on each other. So please try to remember to do that. Okay, first application under reciprocity is Nicholas Lorenzini, second hearing. Experience and credit for reciprocity.
Yep.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Any questions or motion?
Motion to approve. Shields.
Okay, Shields motion to approve. Jim had a question, so let's hold on the motion. And Jim, go ahead.
I need for the applicant to elaborate on his experience. His work history just indicates that he has installed windows and doors per code.
No, you got the wrong one. I'm a painter.
He's the painter, Lorenzini, the second one on the list.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have no questions on him.
Okay, I have a motion for approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, so Doug was motion, Foster was second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, you're approved for reciprocity. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll hear from staff. If you want to hang around, you're welcome to. If not, you're okay to get off the call.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, going to the top of the list, JOZSEF LENICZKI. Test for siding, windows, and doors. Comments?
Yeah, I have a.
Yes. I'm here. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, can you elaborate on your experience in siding and
Uh,
windows and door installations?
I have been working with Lowe's and Home Depot for over 20 years, directly with Lowe's and Home Depot. So as you know, they have high standards, and so I have a lot of experience in that.
What kind of windows are you installing currently?
As we speak, right now we work in a condominium and we're installing 5 impact windows, and we also do impact, all kind of impact and non-impact doors and windows for Lowe's and Home Depot.
And you're installing doors as well?
Doors, sliding doors, and windows, yes. So
Okay.
single doors, French doors, sliding doors, interior doors, closet doors, all those kind of doors.
And what method do you use to install those windows?
Meaning, well, some are just flange windows, some are nail-thin windows. Everything has to be, most of them is installed in a concrete walls, so we have to use strap cons and follow the code, follow the permit.
Are you talking about the installation instructions or what?
Yeah, installation. Lowe's and Home Depot, they pull the permit for us, so we have to follow the permit and install the windows accordingly. Each county, I'm here in Hillsborough County, Pinellas, and each area has different code requirements, but very similar.
So all the windows you install are impact resistant or some of them not impact resistant?
It all depends because, you have the 25% rule. So if you replace more than 25% of the glass surfaces, the customer required to purchase impact product. If it's under 25% glass surfaces, then they don't require to purchase impact product. So it's at that point, it's up to them if they want to, purchase impact or non-impact.
Okay, I don't have any further questions.
Anybody else?
Motion to approve, Shields.
I second the motion, McEnany.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Somebody opposed? Okay, so it's unanimous. Okay, PETRE Santa Rosa, test for tile.
So I can sign off, or?
You're free to go. You'll get a letter or something from the county.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Santa Rosa, test for tile and marble. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Okay. Morning. Motion or discussion from anybody?
Yeah, I'd like for the applicant to elaborate on his experience as well. Unfortunately, under the job work history, he indicates his job duties were to install tile. And can you elaborate on what kind of tile you have been installing?
Yes, I'm installed tile for at least like 21 years already, just in Tampa area. We install ceramica, porcelain, marble. We do a lot of restrooms. So we did a lot of restrooms at the UT, like University Tampa, USF. We install wall tile, floor tile. Also, we do some leveling floors.
Now, how about showers and tub enclosures?
Yes, we do a lot of shower. So to install the shower, because we do a lot of commercial jobs, sometimes we do residentials, we have to waterproof. And then the contractor called the city to go there and make the water test on the shower floors.
And how much water do you put in the shower pan?
Oh, That's not me. That's gotta be the plumbing guy.
So you do the waterproofing and the plumber puts the water in it?
Yes, 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 sir.
What kind of waterproofing are you using?
I use a lot of, example, I work for the subcontractor for one company. They use a lot of like hydroban. And the other company I work for, because I'm a subcontractor, they use the red guard.
Okay, I don't have any more questions.
Okay.
Anybody else? Motion?
Motion to approve, McEnany?
Second, Foster.
Have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, you'll be hearing from the county and you're all set to test. Thank you. You can hang out and listen.
All right, thank you very much.
Or you're
Thank
free
you.
to go. Thank you.
Okay,
next.
Bye.
Okay. YOINER SILVA. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your first name. Test for painting.
Yes.
Okay, you're there?
Yes, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for the person? Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Do I have a second?
Second motion.
So Palavita and McEnany. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved. Mr. Silva, you're approved for test for painting.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Alexis TORRADO. You on the call?
Yes, we're here. Hello.
Okay. Any questions from board? I was confused about his experience. Let me find his application. This was for tile and marble. Right, and I don't see how you get 3,000 hours from January of 2020 to March 2021 unless you work a ridiculous amount of overtime. Can you explain the hours?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna translate to him and I'll answer you back.
Okay,
So dice que desde la fecha que pusiste tienes 3,000 horas. Que eso está confuso porque él no entiende cómo puedes trabajar 3,000 horas en tan poco tiempo.
Fueron 2,000 horas.
2,000.
Sí.
Okay, so he's telling me. Hello.
Looking back at the application, it looks like they had wrote 3,000, but it's a 2 with a comma. Kimber just corrected me.
okay.
Correct. That.
Okay, that was my question. Anybody else?
Yeah, looking at the credit report, I don't see a whole lot of credit on there.
Does he understand about the credit report? We're looking not only for that you've paid bills, but that people are willing to extend him credit.
Que si tú entiendes que el crédito, el reporte de crédito, como que no sale mucho. Que si tú entiendes que el crédito no se trata solamente de pagar biles, sino de que la gente está dispuesta a que te presten dinero. ¿Tú has hecho algo
El crédito lo tengo bastante bueno, tuve una cosita de crédito, pero fue poco a poco medio. Cuando llegué aquí no sabía, me cortó el crédito para comprar algo. Pero mi crédito está bastante bueno. Yo lo he arreglado.
Pero dice que no es muy bueno, so, que ahora mismo no está muy bueno.
Sí, yo sé.
Okay, so yes, he understands what credit is about, and what he's telling me is that he had a situation when he got here, and I mean the United States, he had a situation like a fraud situation, and he's been working on fixing his credit. And this is a fraud situation, not on his part. I think one of his friends took his car and did something with it.
Okay, there's a charge off for acceptance now for almost, well, it's over $8,000, $8,500.
So, que hay un cargo como de $8,500 o algo así.
8.300.
¿Y eso, de qué es eso?
De amigo mío me cogió crédito hace 4 años.
Yes, sir. This is the situation that we're talking about. This happened about 4 years ago, and apparently this was his friend who stole his car, I guess, and so he's been working on fixing that.
And the only other account I see is Wells Fargo, and that's as agreed, so that he's making the payments. Does he have any other vendors, like a tile supplier or somebody that would grant him credit if he got a license?
¿Tú tienes alguna otra compañía que te aprobaría crédito cuando tú tengas tu licencia? Like alguna otra...
Con la única yo tengo problemas con eso.
¿Pero tú tienes alguna otra cuenta bancaria, alguna otra cuenta de crédito además de Wells Fargo?
No, yo no hago pago. Tarjeta de crédito no me hago pago.
Okay. So apparently those are the only 2 accounts that he has. I know he's a regular customer at Olives of America, and they do work with the Synchrony Bank. I don't think he has done an application in that, so I couldn't say if he will be approved or not.
Okay. It's your pleasure.
Yeah, I'd like to see credit from that supplier she was referring to, maybe a letter or something, just acknowledging, that he indeed can get credit. And explain to me exactly what the charge off means. I think I know, but I want to know.
It looks like it's from 2017. The credit company, they must have came to an agreement and wrote it off.
Okay. So it's not,
if they had a fraud case, that's likely what happened.
okay. Say that again.
If he had a fraud case filed, as they were stating, they may have found in his favor and wrote off the payment.
Gotcha. Oh, so it doesn't affect his credit.
No, as of now, it just shows as a charge off. Nothing past due, nothing owed.
Right.
Yeah, so your question about credit's good. I mean, it would be nice to get something. I think he's qualified to do,
Okay. I'll take a motion, or, whatever you want to do.
I make a motion to get a letter of credit from his supplier.
60 days.
30 days, it shouldn't take that long.
Is that something you
I was gonna
want
go
staff
there.
to accept?
If he can submit a letter of credit, can staff let him take the test?
Yes.
Okay, so we include that in your motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, so McEnany and Foster. So all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? So here's what he needs to do, is get a letter of credit from a supplier or anything that shows good credit, submit it to staff. If they're satisfied, they'll let him take the test.
So, lo que tienes que hacer es presentar una carta de crédito de algún supplier, por ejemplo, como nosotros que tenemos una cuenta con Synchrony o algo así. Y una vez que presentes eso, te van a hacer como una segunda motion, que es una segunda entrevista, y entonces te aprueban. Sí, presentas esa.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we understand.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, just to be clear, he had 30 days to do that.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alexis Villalba.
How you doing, sir? Good morning.
Say again.
How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so any comments from board?
Yeah, I've got a question on work history. So your application here lists several jobs. None of this is hands-on for masonry.
I mean, I did a lot of stucco work. I did a lot of concrete work as well, with like sidewalks in those homes as well. Excavating 4 inches deep, putting the frame, rebar, mesh. If it was in line with driveways, I would also do it to 6 inches per code. I would do a lot of concrete work as well with the blocks. What else? And stucco as well. When I called, I was told that that did qualify for the license.
Yeah, his qualifier really goes into detail.
Right.
On what he did.
Well, I guess I don't see any masonry experience on your work history, man.
It's at the bottom, Dan.
Yeah,
Masonry worker, he used concrete and concrete blocks to build exterior walls.
Oh, it's backwards.
Right.
Okay, well, in the future, put the most relevant stuff at the front.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Sam, I've got, this is Shields, and I've got issues with the credit.
Go ahead.
We've got some written off ARS written off. They're kind of small amounts or whatever. They're in collection or whatever. We've got Capital One paid in collection. We got a charge off Chrysler cap. Can he help me with some of these, or why are they in collection?
Absolutely, sir. So the charge off for Chrysler Capital, that was a Jeep that I had. I was 18 at the time when I got the car. I had a really high APR. I was in another time then as well. I was younger. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the payments, so I ended up calling the bank to see if we can kind of like, if I could break even, because I had the car for about 3 years, and we were able to just charge it off. And then the other Capital One stuff, credit, I paid off all the cards. I have 2 more things that I got an email from Jason that I didn't see, unfortunately, until yesterday, that I was looking at all the paperwork for today's meeting. And I wrote him an email that I was going to take care of it today. And I am going to take care of it today. I will send you guys an email as soon as I have a statement that I paid it off. And then
which one is that? The Capital One?
There's one there that's like 389, I think, and 221. I can check my emails if you like, and I can tell you the exact amount. And they're both highlighted, so I'm gonna pay them today.
And the Capital One, it's done. It's paid.
I paid that one off. Yeah, I paid. My credit. The only thing I have on my credit right now is 1 credit card, 2 things that are in collections, which I'm gonna pay today. And then I have my student loan.
Okay. The thing is, I would like to. Or anybody else got any questions? Go ahead. If you want me to make a motion afterwards.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Could you explain the open case in a little more detail? I read it several times and talked to an attorney, and it just seems odd that they charge you with a felony for littering. And I don't mean to make light of it, but.
Okay, absolutely. So unfortunately, I made a big mistake. I have a dump trailer. And, I kind of threw it somewhere where I thought you could, but you couldn't. And long story short, I spoke with the officers involved. They told me to pick it up. I picked it up the next day. We went to court, and they motioned to dismiss it. So I already did everything that I need to have it dismissed. I'm just waiting for it to be officially dismissed.
Okay.
I also send in the, as you know, the letters that you're reading and all the case information that you guys would need.
Yes. Jim?
Just about to say, it sounds like Alice's Restaurant.
That's what I said when I read it.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately. Okay, so Doug, you wanted to make a motion?
Yes, sir. Mr. Villalba, you think you can get these things paid off today within the next 30 days?
No, I'll get it paid today. I would have gotten it sooner. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't see the email. It's my fault, but I'm going to take care of it today.
Okay, I make a motion to approve, but it's based upon you supplying staff that those two collections are paid off. If you get that paperwork to the staff, then I'm approving for you to test.
Awesome.
Do I have a second?
Second.
So Shields and Palavita, and that's within 30 days, Doug?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. So get it taken care of, submit it to staff, and they'll let you take the test.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
Can I email? Thank you. Can I email it directly to Jason? I've been emailing him back and forth. When I'm done, can I just when I get off? Can I send it directly to him?
Yeah, that's fine. Anybody, either Jason or Kimber at staff is fine.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, TPD. Ending in 268.
William Logan, Bill Logan, he should be online. He's muted. Bill?
Yes, William Logan, you looks like you are muted. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. You are unmuted, William. William, can you hear us? William Logan? William Logan, can you hear us? You are unmuted.
Anybody from TPD for either of the two cases?
I can give him a call. I'll give him a call real quick. He may have stepped away from the computer.
Okay, Hillsborough, item number 3, ends in 17.
Master Deputy Hernandez here with Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Morning, board members. Keith Crockett, Hillsborough County Chief of Code Compliance. Before we read these in real quick, I'd like to introduce our newest inspector for code compliance, Daniel Roman.
Morning, board members. Daniel Roman, Code Compliance Inspector.
Okay, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Matthew Kent, Hillsborough County Code Compliance Inspector, presenting code compliance case HC-CMP-21-0000017. Violator is Manuel Reynoso-Sandoval, and the address of violation is 5103 West Trapnell Road, Dover, Florida, 33527. Allegations are that Manuel Reynoso-Sandoval has failed to obtain permits for construction of a horse barn and front wall/barrier with columns and gates, and is in willful and deliberate violation of Section 8-1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinances, Part A, HCCCO, as follows: 105.1 permit required. Recommendations are that the citation be affirmed as written, a fine of $500 and a recording fee be assessed, and shall constitute a lien against any real or personal property owned by the violator until the fines have been paid and the property is brought into compliance. Thank you.
Motion?
Motion to affirm.
Second.
Foster and Dan. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Case ending in 20.
Good morning, board members. My name is Ricky Finley. I'm a codes construction inspector with code compliance in Hillsborough County Development Services. I have 3 cases to present this morning, and the first case is case number HC-CMP-21-0000020. The violator is Adam Barsoum, trustee, and Kimberly Barsoum, trustee. Address of violation is 9910 California Street, Gibsonton, Florida, 33534. Allegations: Adam Barsoum, trustee, and Kimberly Barsoum, trustee, have failed to obtain permits for an addition/enclosure of a carport attached to the mobile home and is in willful and deliberate violation of Section 8-1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinances, Part A, HCCCO as follows. 105.1 permit required. Recommendations: citation be affirmed as written, a $500 fine and recording fee be assessed and shall constitute a lien against any real or personal property owned by the violator until the fines have been paid and the property is brought into compliance.
Okay. Motion?
Motion to affirm. Second.
Discussion? All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Your next case?
Next case, case number 2020-0727. Violator, Robert W. Delar and Maximo Salinas-Martinez. Address of violation, 12427 Andrews Road, Wyomama, Florida, 33598. Allegations: Robert W. Delar and Maximo Salinas-Martinez have failed to obtain permits for porch addition to mobile home and is in willful and deliberate violation of Section 8-1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinances, Part A, HCCCO as follows. 105.1 permit required. Recommendations: citation be affirmed as written, a fine of $500 and recording fee be assessed and shall constitute a lien against any real or personal property owned by the violator until the fines have been paid and the property is brought into compliance.
Motion?
Motion to affirm. Foster. Second.
Foster and Palavita, first and second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Okay, my last case is case number 2020-0729. Violator is Dennis James Patrizi. Violation address is 410 East Windhorse Road, Brandon, Florida, 33510. Allegations: Dennis James Patrizi has failed to obtain permit for a pole barn accessory structure over 150 square feet and is in willful and deliberate violation of Section 8.8-1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinances, Part A, HCCCO as follows. 105.1 permit required. Recommendations: citation be affirmed as written, fine of $500 and a recording fee be assessed and shall constitute a lien against any real or personal property owned by the violator until the fines have been paid and the property is brought into compliance.
Motion?
Motion to affirm. Second.
Foster and Palavita. All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Thank you, board members.
Thank you. Has TPD joined us?
Yes,
Yes,
they're
sir.
online.
Identify and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Detective William Logan with the Tampa Police Department.
Okay.
I have two affirmations for citations unpaid. The first one is under Tampa Police Department case number 21-900251. The $2,150 citation issued for unlicensed activity, a violation of Section 8.1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinance, Part A, Section 202.3/201.1, issued to Mr. Emilio E. Guzman-Reina, be upheld. Secondly, a lien be placed on any real or personal property owned by Mr. Emilio E. Guzman-Reina. And three, the 2000 civil penalty, $102 administrative fee and recording fees be payable to Hillsborough County Building Services. A $150 administration fee is payable to the city of Tampa.
Thank you. Motion?
Motion to affirm. Second.
Foster and Bellavita. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved. Thank you. Next case.
Next case will be Tampa Police Department case number 21-900268. The $2,150 citation issued for unlicensed activity, a violation of Section 8.1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinance, Part A, Section 202.3/201.1, issued to Mr. Tavi, Lyron Brown, be upheld. Second, a lien be placed on any real or personal property owned by Mr. Tavi, Lyron Brown. And third, the $2,000 civil penalty, $102 administration fee and recording fee be payable to Hillsborough County Building Services. A $150 administration fee is payable to the city of Tampa.
Thank you. Motion?
Motion to affirm.
Second. Foster and Bellavita. Those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. The BMCI case.
Good morning, board members again. Keith Crockett, Hillsborough County. This case number is 20200380. The violators, BMCI roofing contractor, Jamie Bochert, license number CCC 1326639. The location is the Westmont Oaks community. Allegations are BMCI roofing contractor Jamie Bochert is believed to have improperly installed roof coverings in the Westmont Oaks community and is in violation of Section 8-1 Hillsborough County Code of Ordinances, Part A, HCCCO as follows. 113.6.2.18, allowing a violation to go uncorrected for more than 30 days. And residential building codes are 904.1. Roof covering materials shall be installed to manufacturer's installation instructions. Our recommendations are the citation be affirmed as written and allow 45 days for violations to be corrected and the properties brought into compliance. If violations are not corrected, the license holder's ability to have permits issued in Hillsborough County and jurisdictions within be suspended until compliance is met.
Any questions? I'm sorry, I have a question. Keith? Any other questions from the board members? With these, it says 55 buildings. Were they single family townhomes? What kind of buildings are they?
I believe they're single families.
Okay. That's what I needed to know.
Board,
This is
board members. Hi, board members. Good morning. My name is Kyle Ray. I represent Mr. Boschert. I know he's on the line as well. I just wanted to make it aware that we were here.
Okay, we'll call you in a minute.
Thank you.
Any other questions for staff at this point? Okay. Attorney for the appellate.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, board members. Good morning. We were here last month on this affidavit of violation. If you recall, it was for a request for a rehearing, which was obviously granted for today. And so now we're here. At the request for a rehearing, it was suggested or requested that we provide 2 items. The first being the report from our consultant, which indicates that they believe that the roofs have in fact been properly installed. That was provided and is part of the package of information for today's hearing. Additionally, it was requested that we provide a document or a letter from the manufacturer, who is GAF in this instance, indicating that they are still approving the warranty in this particular case. So that is also part of the package of information. So essentially, based on those 2 items, we're hopeful that the violation will be dismissed. We are, however, here able to answer any questions you may have. And I would clarify, I believe they're really more townhomes in this particular instance, because there's more than one residence as part of each individual building.
Are they duplexes or bigger than duplexes?
Duplexes may be the better way to explain it.
Okay.
Did we get documentation from GAF sent out to us?
We did provide it. It should be part of the package.
How long was the warranty that BMCI gave the board of directors, the community?
I can look it up, Jamie. If you are aware of that, you can feel free to let them know, but I'd have to find it in our file.
Our standard warranty on labor is 5 years. I would have to look to see if they have something different.
And to clarify, there's obviously a difference between the workmanship warranty and the manufacturer's warranty. The manufacturer's warranty that was provided, GAF essentially indicated that that was not going to differ based upon the work that was performed.
Yeah, of course, because it's really worthless. But what about the roofer's the warranty?
Okay, so that's, I believe, what Mr. Boschert was referencing.
Right, but my question is on the wind lift with the nailing pattern. I didn't see the documentation from GAF that they'll warranty that up to whatever the 130 mile an hour, whatever the wind lift warranty is on that shingle. I did not see it in my package. Can someone correct me on that?
It's on page 76, if you're looking in the PDF.
It makes it very difficult for our, and it's obvious, you know, the relationship with the contractor and the manufacturer always steps in, but it makes it very difficult for our inspectors when the nailing pattern's not to code or not to the manufacturer's specifications, and then they have to, you know, write it up as such, and then all of a sudden the manufacturers will step in. We always have let the manufacturer supersede if they'll protect it for the wind lift. What we're trying to do, I think, here is protect the owners of the condominium that if down the road 10, 12 years from now that roof blows off, that GAF will step in and say that that thing was protected by their wind code, and is my biggest concern here, obviously.
Sure. We absolutely understand that. And I believe the letter that was provided from GAF, it's dated July 30th of last year, 2020. I believe it specifically references their shingle and accessory limited warranty, which would cover that aspect and element of the project.
Yeah, all these warranties, Doug, and you know that they all have exclusions and whatnot, and they acts of God, and you know, a windstorm. They probably any storm, wind that blows over 50 miles an hour at any given time, a gust is an out for the warranty. Do you follow me on that?
I do, but I always thought it had to be proof of the wind in that area had to exceed what the test results are of those shingles, and if the manufacturer says that, and if they've got something in writing that says they're covered and we'll cover this nailing pattern, and I think we're covering that project, and that's about all we can do. But again, it's outside of our inspectors are handcuffed because you can see by the pictures. You know, we have Owens Corning, Atlas, Certainty, GAF. You got all these manufacturers with slightly different nailing patterns, and if our inspectors go out there and see, hey, this isn't to GAF's, you know, nailing pattern, it's right for them to write it up. But if they turn around and the manufacturer says, okay, we'll take care of that in that situation, we'll accept this nailing pattern, it sure hamstrings our inspectors. You know.
Is somebody from the board represented here today? Somebody from the community, this Westmont Oaks?
No one's here, but they were properly noticed.
Okay. Well, and again, you know, both sides would have a inspection done to their favor, to their liking. You know, obviously the roofer would come in and have someone that would say, hey, you know, it's not exactly perfect. There are some, you know, overshot nails. There's some crooked nails, and that is very normal in any roof because you know you got labor up there putting it on, and you got it. They're not going to be perfect, and so there is a percentage that is acceptable. But the biggest thing is if that manufacturer steps in and accepts it, then I don't think the roofer, you know, can be held. His feet can't be held to the fire on that.
Nice to know if there were any active leaks in this roof because of the nailing.
It would be very nice.
Right, and they were saying that, but if I read the thing right, some of it was due to cracks in the stucco, and then I was wondering if, and again, that's outside of our thing. That would be a legal fight between them. If the roofer created the cracks in the stucco or whatever in the flashing detail that was leaking, if that's a whole nother, you know, fight. But that's not our that we don't have a dog in that fight. But they, the nailing pattern, if that's causing a leak, then that's a whole nother issue. Is the inspector there from the county?
Keith, who actually inspected?
I don't think they looked at the nailing pattern.
Yeah, the inspector's not here. It was Randall Gilbert. Basically, this is mainly off of the engineer's report showing that it's not nailed properly because we don't lift shingles to check the nailing pattern. So they had a private engineering firm go out there and do that. This has been an ongoing problem. They did have leaks on the job. As you see, BMCI's report states that it's due to the design flaw in the way it's flashed. But there's no leaks that I know of that were caused because of the nailing pattern.
So, and that's the thing. If it's not, what is the slope of this roof? Do you know?
It looks like 412, 512. The pictures.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but if the you know, the steeper the roof, the better off they are for nailing. You're right. I bet that's a 4 or 5. You're right on that, Mike. You know, overshot nails, if the water gets underneath the shingles, and on lower pitched roofs, the water will get to those overshot nails and it'll create a leak. But that's usually, you know, 3.5 and below when the water starts creeping in sideways underneath those shingles. But you know, if the leaks are not happening because of this nailing pattern and the manufacturer is accepting this nailing pattern, I really feel like that roofer is, you know, passes our deal. And about when we go over the items, I don't think this is willful and all that. They've been trying to go back out there. If you read the report, they've been trying to go back out there and get this thing solved. But anyway.
That's the question for the contractor. Have you gone back to repair the questionable areas, or what's your status with the association?
There's been quite a bit of discussion with the association. There's no litigation at this point in time. So I think, you know, based on how long this has been going on, I think that probably shows a good faith part on our end, you know, to try to work with the association to get these matters resolved. We're continuing to do that, and the hope is obviously that we avoid litigation and we get the matter resolved satisfactorily with all the parties.
It looks like, you know, I'm looking through this timeline that was given to us, and apparently y'all had some vent leaks. Some of the vents you had problems with the vents. Is that correct?
Jamie, is that correct?
This is Jamie. Yeah, this is Jamie. There was, I think what you're referring to, There was a couple actual vent stacks that somehow got, just the PVC vent stacks that were broke off and inside the actual attic. I think that's what you're referring to, I believe.
Yeah, I'm just reading the timeline, and then I noticed from, so let me ask you, is it Jamie?
It is.
Correct.
Did you guys get paid in full?
No, they still owe us some money. And, they still owe us some money.
And the condominium is not represented in this phone call today. Is that correct? Were they at the last phone call
No.
or Zoom call, whatever?
Did y'all let let them know that GAF was keeping their warranty enforced?
Yes, they're aware of that at this point in time.
Right.
Jamie, do you have a lien on the property?
We did. I think we still do.
And you've been, how long is your warranty? Did you give them a personal warranty from BMCI?
Yes, I believe it was a 5-year warranty, or standard on the labor end is 5 years. I believe that's what we gave them.
And it's a workmanship warranty?
Yes.
That if in the event that there's a roof leak, you'll come out there, and if it's determined it was by it's an installation error, you will fix it at no charge?
That's correct.
That's correct. Hey, I'm reading the top of this contract, and it says includes a 40-year GAF multifamily manufacturer's warranty with a 20-year labor warranty, Mike, is what I see at the top of their proposal. And I don't know if that's the signed proposal or what, but to me, it looks like that was the proposal. $929,000. And it came with, if that came with the GAF, platinum package or whatever GAF they're
right.
So it may include, you're responsible for what, the first 2 years, and then they step in and take care of the next 20?
Correct.
So I think they're, if GAF stepping up and supporting this warranty package, they're going to be on the hook for 20 years. Michael.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to think of a resolution, and I read the, Cotney's report and his conclusion at the end, which is what I agree with. But I'm just amazed that the association doesn't have a representative for them here today, because we could really probably nip this in the bud had they been here. But anyhow, I like the idea that, maybe extend the warranty on BMCI, their personal warranty. Jamie, your warranty, that you'll take care of the property for an additional couple years.
If I could jump in, I just want to confirm that the final agreement or the proposal was in fact the 20-year. And so you have, as Mr. Shields indicated, the 2 plus 18 essentially. So it is warranted for quite a long time.
Right. Maybe what we can do is extend that till 5 years instead of 2, because 2 years was already up. Let's put on in 19, extended another additional 3 years from BMCI. But then the board needs to pay, the condominium needs to pay them. But if you don't have a lien, I don't know.
I suppose my concern is at this point in time, the board may prefer that GAF take over after the 2 years.
Mike, I support that. Only reason is that GAF, and I'm not being disrespectful to this roofing company, but even GAF's, stronger, bigger, better than Bill Shields Roofing. And you'd rather have GAF giving you that warranty than them. We get hired all the time by Owens Corning to go support, take care of other leaks, other contractors that go out of business, and we come in and Owens Corning pays us. And I'm not saying that this company's going to go out of business whatsoever. I don't mean that anyway. But if anything happens, GAF is a bigger, stronger backing than this company for sure. I think the 2 years, and that's why they paid for it. That condominium paid for that warranty. That's a 20-year support. I'd like to have that in writing, though. Can I get that in writing? Can we get that in writing, Sam?
It is. It's in the contract that they all signed.
Right, but the paperwork from GAF that says this is a platinum, and Owens Corning is a platinum. I don't know what GAF's warranty, their big warranty is called. Can you help me with that, Jamie? Jamie, do you know
really
what their excuse me?
Their warranty is really not germane to the issue. The question is, did the contractor violate the code?
He didn't.
He did or did not?
Right, I'm saying he did not. So, if GAF's supporting it, we always have all these years we've been on this board, the manufacturer supersedes the code when they steps in like that. Our code follows the manufacturer.
Okay, so that's the question. Is he guilty of the allegations, yes or no?
I say no. I make a motion that the contractor here did not, break the code.
I second the motion.
Okay. Any discussion? I mean, all the other stuff that everybody's brought up are the good, valid points. They're civil matters and not code-related issues. If they didn't nail it properly and they have a report from their own engineers, we can't beat them up about it. That's something that they need to negotiate amongst themselves, the property owners and the contractor. Contractor wants to stay in business. He's going to fix it so he has a good reputation in the industry. We all know that.
Right.
Mike said it recently, a couple of years ago. There was a younger guy. He said, man, you worked real hard for that CCC license. Suck it up and fix it. Remember that case?
Yeah.
All right. So any other discussion? Right, but that's that gray line that the roofers are talking about that, yeah, we messed up a little bit and the supplier, the vendor or the manufacturer's going, yeah, we'll still cover it.
Mike, please.
Excuse me.
Sorry, your mic's off.
Jim, push your mic on.
Yeah, the manufacturer's letter doesn't really say anything other than this is to confirm that although it is not installed in accordance with the application instructions, the GAF shingle accessory limited warranty will remain in effect per its terms and conditions. Please note any leaks and or damages related to this application will not be covered by GAF warranty. So this letter itself doesn't really mean a whole lot of anything.
I agree. And the issue, like you said, is under the code, whatever trade it is, you have an obligation to install these materials in accordance with the Florida Product Approval and the Florida Building Code.
And the manufacturer's installation instruction.
Right.
Yes.
Which is part of the product approval.
But technically they did not install it per the manufacturer's installation instruction. So
what's the nailing pattern, 4 or 6 per shingle?
it's usually 6, but the question that has come up is overdriven or underdriven nails, right?
Or in the wrong location. They're above or below the glue strip.
Yes.
But there's a line on the shingle. I'm assuming that's where you put your nails, right, Mike? Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna yield those to Doug. Doug is my shingle guy.
Well, you know, it seems that this WGA or WJA consulting guys, you know, they acknowledge all of this, the stuff that you're talking about, right? And they point out that, you know, the nails are between the 2 sections of fiberglass, right? So you're getting 2 shingles per nail. So the overlap seems to be there. And honestly, I've seen roofs that look infinitely worse than this. So
The whole issue is.
The overdriven or underdriven nails.
And this is the problem, and Doug made his point. Even Doug, as good as they are, they're going to have overdriven nails, and they're going to have some that come in at angles. That's just inevitable.
But there was a study from the Roofing Association, when you lap the shingles and you put the nails, even if you're off a little bit, it's way more than 6 nails securing each shingle because of the way that the tabs overhang. So technically, yes, he violated the code because he didn't install it in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendation. But the motion from the 2 roofers is, no, he did not violate. So that's where we're at.
I would argue that.
Okay.
I mean, what percentage of nails can be overdriven, or, is there literature on that?
Yeah, and Cotney said it was 30% representing the roofer, and the owner's rep said it was 50 or 60%. So there you got the delta. But the problem I got is, the owner's rep's not even here.
Okay.
Hey, Sam.
Sir.
This is Doug. We're off the line here. That they do not have a 40-year GAF warranty on this product. I just found out on that for a minute ago. They've got the regular warranty, and honest to God, with the nailing pattern, GAF might step in and say that is not warranted with that nailing pattern. They could do that. Okay. I just talked to the powers to be, so we need to regroup on this and may have to go the other way. That nailing pattern is not to GAF's, nailing pattern on their wrappers, and they're not gonna, they may not get coverage, and they don't have this 40-year. The contract that's here is not the one that unless this lawyer can produce that contract's not what they went with on that project.
Okay, you withdrawing your motion?
I withdraw my motion. Dan, I agree with Dan. This is something else.
If I could jump in, then board members considering the withdrawal motion very briefly. I had that listed as the approved quote, so that's why I indicated that to the board previously. So I would have to dive back in and find the exact approved quote. It is, however, my understanding that GAF fully intends to warrant the roof. That's what they've indicated in every discussion that we've had with them. So if the board does wish to discuss this and reconsider it, I would suggest that we be afforded a continuance to obtain additional documentation from GAF to that effect.
What's your pleasure, board members?
This is a substantial case, and I think that's the least we could do for both parties to make sure to get this right, because this is a giant project. I don't want the roofer to get hurt. I don't want obviously we want to protect the owners. But so I think delaying this 30 days or how long would you need?
I would typically say 30, but could we possibly have 60 given the fact that we're going to have to discuss it with the manufacturer and obviously probably run it up the food chain as well?
That's fine, but your documentation has to be real clear from GAF to get us to approve that that's not against the code. I really want you to know that. I mentioned that at the end of the last meeting. We need to know that they will, what they're accepting and what they're going to cover, because if they're not covering it because of wind, I'm telling you, they step in at times like this and go, oh, this is nailing pattern's not correct, and we're not going to warranty this if it goes down. They protect themselves, and you need to make sure that's perfectly clear. Okay.
Understood.
Because that nailing pattern between you and me is not to GAF's,
Okay, Doug, let's not tell them their business.
Okay.
You're willing to extend one more extension for 60 days?
Right. Well, I'd make a motion to table this 60 more days.
Okay, we're going to continue the case for 60 more days, or the July hearing, understanding that they have to get all the documents submitted beginning of July so they can be sent out to all of us. Do I have a second on that motion?
Question real quick.
I need a second before we can discuss.
I'll second.
Okay, go ahead. Question.
What are we looking for from GAF?
We're looking that that they look at the nailing pattern, will accept that nailing pattern as to their specifications, and that they will cover any wind damage up to that 40-year shingle or whatever shingle they used out there, because I don't think they use this 40-year shingle either. I don't know what shingle they use.
Okay.
But we need to make sure that they're going to honor that that nailing pattern in a wind situation, a high wind, and not call it an act of God like you said earlier. They warranty them shingles up to 130 mile an hour, and we want to know that that's in place.
Okay, with all due respect, that's on them to prove that they provided what was specified in their contract. All we're looking to agree on, one way or the other, is yes, they followed the code, or no, they didn't follow the code. That's the question. So that's all we need. Then they have to figure out what proof they need to provide to us. They have experts, both sides. Staff will notify the owners as well as the affirmative affidavit person, and we'll hear the case in July pending board approval. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nobody. So we're good. We'll see you in July.
Thank you, board members. Thank you for your time.
Any off agenda items? Hearing none.
Is the Sheriff's Department representative on? The Sheriff's Department representative, are they coming this month?
Good morning. I apologize for bumping in earlier when you said Hillsborough County. This is Master Deputy Hernandez with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. I'm taking over the construction fraud unit, and I was invited to this, and it's my first time, so I've just been listening in.
I'm sorry, I was thinking he would be here in person. That's the new sheriff that's working for us to do unlicensed contracting. Palermo has just retired. Well, he didn't retire. He switched positions. So Mr. Hernandez is our new sheriff, and he'll be getting some more people to work with him.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I just want to say, I for one enjoy coming meeting here in lieu of going to that high rise. And then two, when do we have a date when we can start doing live again? Or is there something in the horizon where we can start having, where we don't do Zoom anymore?
As of right now, the county hasn't changed its positions as far as the mask mandate in the buildings and the temperature checks and limiting attendance to smaller groups. It may change as the CDC relaxes more and more of the guidelines, but as of right now, we have not been told that we will be making any changes to what we're doing currently.
Do they limit how many people we can bring in this room?
No, if we had to, we could bring anybody who can sit in these number of chairs, because that's your 6-foot distancing.
Yeah, so they could come and sit in the chairs.
They can. It's up to them.
And they are invited to.
Okay.
Some do.
You're allowing the Zoom for the others. Okay. Okay.
And it's also a convenience factor for the people involved, because not everybody wants to drive downtown, try to find parking, and deal with that.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I like it over here. It's nice. All right. Thank you.
And it's easier to park. Anybody else?
At the end of the day, we take more board members in there now? So if I wanted to start, okay, that's good. All right, boss.
Sorry. Answer quickly next time, or put a reservation in with Kimber. She'll save you a table.
I like sitting here in my boxers and my head in curls.
Okay, you're being recorded. Thank you, Joy, for sending out those couple of bills that the governor, I'm assuming, is signing. Makes for wonderful light reading. Will probably impact some of the things that we do over the next year. I think some of them take effect July 1st, has to do with contractor licensing and some other stuff. Of course, it's written in legal and not in English, so good luck.
You're welcome.
Okay. Nice to see you. Anybody else? Hearing nothing else, the next meeting is Wednesday, mark it on your calendar, not Tuesday, not Monday, but Wednesday, June 23rd, right here. We meet at 8:30, but we start officially at 9 o'clock. And nothing, anybody else? Everybody have a great Memorial. Wait, Kimber,
The next one begins at 8:30.
say again?
The next board meeting on June 23rd starts at 8:30.
So we have to be here at 8 o'clock.
It will, yes, commence at 8:30. Be
Okay,
here,
because we have a conflict for the room.
yes.
So make sure you're here
8 o'clock.
between 8 and 8:15 so you can log in and get everything all set up, and audiovisual guys, computer guys get us all connected up, which I thank them for their service and keeping us current. Other than that, we're adjourned. Thank you. It's 10:10.